Hi, Stephen. Here's some help with problems number 9 and 10 on your homework for today. So numbers 9 and 10 are looking for you to use the Pythagorean theorem to solve for the hypotenuse of each triangle. So if you remember last week, we have our hypotenuse, which is always the side directly across from the right angle. Although they're not marked, you can assume that because, and I told you in the problems that these are right triangles, so we can assume that these two spots right here are the right angles, meaning we are looking for the side directly across or the hypotenuse for each of those. So the hypotenuse is always C, or you can remember here, always the hypotenuse. So now I just need to plug in my numbers. Number 9 says each side is 5 centimeters, so 5 squared plus 5 squared equals C squared. Remember, 5 squared means 5 times 5, so 5 times 5 plus 5 times 5 equals C squared. And then I need to solve for what C is by itself. In this case, each of these sides is C. So 50 equals C squared. And then remember, to undo a square, we square root both sides to undo that. So the root of 50 equals C. So you can leave this as root 50. You can simplify it. So 5 and 10, 5 and 2. So 5 root 2 as well. Whatever works for you. Number 10 has much bigger numbers, but don't let that scare you. Again, we're still looking for C, or we're looking for hypotenuse. So 85 squared plus 150 squared equals C squared. And this I can't quite do in my head, so I'm going to grab my calculator. So 85 times 85 gives me 7,225 plus 150 times 150 gives me 22,500. Add these two together to get 29,725 equals C squared. But remember, we're not looking for C squared. We are looking for C. So to undo a square, we square root. In this case, you can leave it as the square root of this large number, or you can find the decimal of that, because trying to reduce it down to what we would call a simplified radical is going to get pretty crazy. So the square root of 29,725 is approximately 174.2. Hope that helps.